Objection! Hello everybody, Zachman18 here. Welcome back to the WTZM TV channel 18 Superstation. It is time to continue Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All here on WTZM TV. Fourth and final case of the game. Somebody told me in a message that there's only 4 cases in this game. By the way, somebody sent me a message to say and tell me how many episodes there are in the third game, Trials and Tribulations. So that way I just kind of know whether or not we're on the final one or not. Anyways, that's a really long time from now. We are going into our final day in trial. I'm actually going to turn up my volume here because I had it kind of low for Animal Crossing. So here we go into the final day of court. Hopefully this will be the last day. Or maybe this could be the last part of the game. I'm not sure. So this may be a pretty long video. Who knows? Ugh, how did I get into this mess? So this was back on the first case of this game.
That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
Pretty crazy intro to the game. I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. But we have just found out in the last episode that Matt and Guard is actually the actual guy who did the crime. He hired Shelly the Killer to go kill Juan Carita for him. So we're now, I guess we're trying to prove him guilty. But if we get a not guilty, we know he's guilty now. So I don't even know what's gonna happen. Let's just. Oh yeah. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Oh, God. Jesus, he's creepy. Haha. If you please, Mr. Lawyer, remember it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Ugh.
Now listen up, you better get in guarded guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime back and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever!
Maya. Phoenix. Mia! Maya, how's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up, there's still some hope left. Stop it, please! There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Oh, it's that accursed in guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore, I mean it.
You're really mean, pal.
Ah! Gumshoe! I'm really sorry. Where are you?
They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal.
Then you have some sort of lead?
Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up.
Gumshoe.
Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get in guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal.
That's true, I could do that if they found Maya first.
You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer.
I have to make the trial last longer?
If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out.
Oh, now I get it.
I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you.
Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world and you have it in abundance. Yeah! Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. Alright. Let's get in there and finish this.
Court is now in session for the trial of Matt and Guard.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Now
Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings.
Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Engard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape.
Then you're saying that she is guilty after all.
I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card.
What is that? It looks like a shell.
This is the calling card of a certain assassin.
Assassin, you say?
Yes, Juan Carrito was killed by a professional assassin, and the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Engard.
So that we already figured out.
What a surprising turn of events.
I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor.
I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can, at least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today.
Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please.
Oh, okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star.
And what is your relation to the defendant?
Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy.
On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went.
All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Engard's room. Okay, sure.
Alright, here we go. Visit to Matt's room.
After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me.
They were talking about killing.
Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony.
And talking with the bellboy is no big deal.
If one assumes that the person Mr. Engard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy...
What are you implying?
Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we?
Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge and head first, right? Alright. First cross-examination of the day. Like we usually do, we'll just start pressing. See if we can get any more information out of them. The defendant's room. Why did you go there?
Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright.
What is it?
You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you?
Huh?
I know I'm just a poor, underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer.
No one said you were, Mr. Powers.
No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy.
Every time?
Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time, so for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony.
Sorry. So you went to the defendant's room, and then?
Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Are you sure that was Matt Engard?
Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then.
If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken.
And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room?
At first? What do you mean by that?
Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform. He had a bottle of juice on a tray.
Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry.
I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct?
Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. We can't really see the bellboy's face in his little screenshot. So who are these guests you're talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you, so I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Oh, what? So so I guess we've already kind of gone through this. Let's try, wait. At first? What do you mean by that? Because we've done this before, because I feel like we should ask him about his face. I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Oh, we've already seen this. Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. So we were supposed to press that again. Usually this kind of happens, guys, on like kind of a like every episode. Like sometimes you might have to press something more than once to get more information out of it. So, anyways, Mr. Ashworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? I gave the bellboy a tip. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket, and that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. It's gotta be the face. Nothing's weird about the tip. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps. Ahem, I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Ah! He was there, at Engard's house. He was that butler! What is it, Mr. Wright? Oh, nothing, Your Honor. So that means Engard was talking with the killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, Engard would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief. You sure you don't have something you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? What did you just say, Your Honor? Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing. We're just going around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony. I wonder what happened. I wonder what happens if we ask him about his tip too. Because sometimes we've sometimes had to ask about the tip too. Let's ask about that one. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips. Wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much?
Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. Why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Oh boy. Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash that can only be called a tip, Your Honor.
The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Let's raise an objection. Objection! The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him.
Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I can receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting?
He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it?
Payment, Your Honor.
Payment?
Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Carita.
Then the bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin.
Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you?
Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley DeKiller left at the scene of the crime.
Shelley DeKiller?
He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley DeKiller.
Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers?
No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out.
Oh?
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Alright. Second time. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Carita's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean...
Thank you very much, that is all we need for now.
Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more.
Let us first establish that the bellboy is truly Mr. DeKiller, then we shall see.
So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious.
That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh.
Ha 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. Alright. So I guess we should just keep pressing since we're still in our first witness here. And what time was it?
Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back, and then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 p.m. by that time.
You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers?
Sorry, I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats.
Are you sure it was the same bellboy?
Yeah.
And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all.
But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt.
So which room did the bellboy come out of?
Came out of his room. The victim's room, huh?
Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright.
Words cannot describe how screwed I am.
Let's continue with the testimony, shall we?
So what exactly was so out of place about him?
Right. Why the insipid grin?
Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next.
Well, the bellboy was empty-handed.
Empty-handed?
That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you?
I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or... Let's try to pull a fast one. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy.
But there really is.
There really isn't.
If you two aren't done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one.
Edgeworth, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir.
Press that one, too. So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed?
Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand, and there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it.
Juice? What kind of juice was it?
I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice.
If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. Should we press this one too? So I guess we gotta present something on this one. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed. Let's see here. No, because that stuff is still in there. No, because we have that with us. We have that with us right now. We had that from before. Knife, no. None of this has to do with that. No, because that was on Matt. No. This actually could be. Because could the bellboy have been wearing gloves? Yeah, this has got to be the only thing, so let's try it. Objection! Alright, Mr. Powers.
Yes?
You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true.
But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches in, and...
So, a baseball has stitches.
Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Ugh. Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here.
This is the crime scene. There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
But that would mean that the bellboy had seen left a dead body in the room.
Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time?
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes?
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry.
What is with him? Why is he laughing?
Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us?
Is there?
The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed? I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Huh? What?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
See, yeah, that's what I figured. Because the only fingerprints that were on his were Adrian's.
Gloves? Yeah, pitch black, leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right?
Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier?
Sorry, it slipped my mind. Oh, boy does this make the bellboy look really suspicious.
Alright, gotta focus. I can't let it get lax here.
So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright, that bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather?
But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant, and then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony.
The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more.
Okay.
Their second meeting.
After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room.
Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident.
Some accident. I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Alright. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying?
Excuse me? I may be a poor underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying.
Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers?
Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye and a sort of sneaky spy-like...
I knew he was spying.
Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over and underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know.
I said hold it!
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Person inside. Don't ask anything! So it's gotta be one of these two. This one seems more suspicious, so let's go with this one. He gave something to this person.
Yeah. And what was this something? If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
This implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kind of small.
This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please try to remember what it was.
I'll try.
In the meantime, let's talk of another point, namely what the bellboy did next.
Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing...
I feel like we should ask about the, about the person inside, too. Because we did that for the last testimony, too, so I think we should do that with this one. So who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm?
And you're saying you didn't see the person's face?
Yeah.
I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received this item, all you could see was the person's arm.
Yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off.
Well, let's see. I think it was... no.
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
It's not a guy I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. Inside the room. Wooden statue. This is wooden too, so this has got to be it. Objection! And I cracked my arm. Ow. That actually kind of hurt.
What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up.
God. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw. Was it this item?
Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out.
I recall we found this at Man and God's mansion.
At the defendant's house? What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Showing the killer assassinated one created in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
Then the bear being found in Mr. God's mansion would mean...
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Man and God is the killer's client.
So we already figured that one out, too.
Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, this is the most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah. Sorry, Mia.
No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have.
Ah, I almost forgot that he knew about it, too.
I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored.
What What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
Okay, this one's got to be the most suspicious, so let's get that one first. So, and then there was one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. Oh, maybe we can't go back and ask him about the other stuff. Oh well.
He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be sure of... Ah!
Huh? Huh?
Huh? What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why.
Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear.
What?
Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm. I swear it.
You've got to be kidding!
Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai.
Oh, wow. Order, order. It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again.
How many times is that today? I've lost count.
So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt and God is the Nickel Samurai.
Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer.
What am I supposed to do now? Mia, help! You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry!
Now, I will bring this cross-examination to...
Your Honor?
Again, Mr. Wright, we've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony.
It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright.
I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered.
What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that.
Okay, now we can ask about something else. Well, we already kind of talked about Power's testimony, so let's ask about the bear itself. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable.
The bear, Mr. Wright.
This was found in Mr. Engard's mansion. However, Mr. Engard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home.
Oh.
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Engard who took this bear to his mansion.
Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Phew. Disaster averted, it looks...
You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself and in God's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape.
I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer.
The killer and God were working together, so to speak, and the killer was hiding at Angad Mansion as its butler.
What a bold move.
The bear figurine was brought back to Angad Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested and God had him do so, I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now.
This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all?
I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Engard. I see no reason for this trial to continue, therefore I will now hand down my verdict.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you cannot win against the truth, could you?
I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth.
Any last objections, Mr. Wright?
Oh, do I? What should I do? Let's try it.
I will now announce my
objection! There is only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is a client of the assassin. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Engard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client.
Real client?
It's who we talked about on the last trial. It's got to be Adrian. Yes.
Tisk, is this all you have?
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the real Clyde the killer, and therefore the real murderer?
Miss Andrews.
Adrian Andrews.
Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt and Gar for the crime by wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume.
Then the Nickel Samurai's arm that I saw.
That could have very well been Miss Andrews.
But what about Mr. Engard?
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Engard's mansion?
It was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this?
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic, besides which there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either.
What is with this? Come on, anyone could tell Engard did it. This is the audience talking, I think. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on.
Order! 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 All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom.
Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I am willing to play along with this what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have found it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear?
He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to Engard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it?
Absolutely, and I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews.
And who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are we gonna go to be continued again? Oh, no, we're not. Sweet. That's good. Ha ha ha. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. Ugh, I swear this demon will pay.
Mr. Nick!
Pearls, where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
A really strong power?
Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is.
It's from Gumshoe.
How's it? Oh, sorry. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal?
Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto.
Phew.
That's good, pal.
And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are?
We still don't have any leads, but
What? We don't have any more time!
we just had one. Maybe a single clue would be really helpful.
I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent. Huh? A tent? I could see a circus tent. Mia! Looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. Oh man! So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now, but I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now?
There's only one, pal. The very big circus.
Maya is somewhere within a 300 feet radius of the main tent.
What? Okay, hold on a second, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map. About a 300 feet radius from the main tent. Hurry!
And I could see a mailbox under the window. Gumshoe! There's also a mailbox!
Okay, what else?
What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her, an old office building.
Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck.
Good luck.
I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal?
Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Oh man, this could be it right here.
Court will now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item?
I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real criminal. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today as to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews?
Of course I have.
You've seen it before.
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets?
Alright. Why? Why does she...
Alright, here we go.
Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it.
So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Looks like there really was something to that bear after all.
I guess since it's the first testimony for her, I guess we'll press.
A puzzle? That's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle.
So what kind of puzzle is this exactly?
So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Oh, this is most interesting.
A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's lost it.
So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan.
So it was a present from Miss Andrews.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony.
So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle?
Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country.
But this looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get what was inside.
Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken.
Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or a jewelry box?
I never told anyone, and as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew.
The two of you, huh? And of course that means Mr. Engard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now.
Oh, Edgeworth. Well, Mr. Wright, I think you have come to realize...
Huh?
That there is one very important fact we've uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box?
What's inside?
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness?
Yes?
You are the only one who can open this. Please.
There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note.
I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note.
The suicide note?
The suicide note left by Horn Korea's former manager, Celeste Impax.
Oh boy.
Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Horn Korea himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
Order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer.
Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note's been found, what's the next logical question?
What is written on the note?
That's right. At least that's what I would think.
Now then, I believe it is only appropriate that the contents of this note be made known.
I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it, and I was going to burn it, for her sake.
I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of this note aloud.
Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear though the dead silent courtroom. Inner note. Celeste Impacts left to us a record of all that had happened to her, about being used and then thrown away by a guard, about being engaged to Karita and a guard's role in destroying that, and about how she decided in her despair to end it all. And that's all Miss Impacts had to say.
There's one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Engard.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word.
Man Engard values above all else is refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost.
Oh boy. It's Engard's fault that woman killed herself. And this time he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible. What a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend these creeps too.
There is no margin for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client goal was to attain the suicide note. I'm the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house.
It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
Ugh, how am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do.
I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those.
The gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry!
The suicide note or the figurine. Which one of these should I pursue? Suicide note! I'm just guessing. Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. God. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that man Engard killed in order to obtain this note.
Yes, that's correct.
But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there was a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Creed until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that man Engard could not have known what was written on this note.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said.
Order, order, order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently.
I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Huh?
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair than upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying?
What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession.
Man Engard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses.
And?
The victim, Juan Carrito, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Man Engard.
Order, order! Hey, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright.
So you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night I searched the victim's house on a hunch, using this
Gumshoe's bug sweeper.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Man and guard's fingerprints were on there?
Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden in all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence?
I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Engard learned the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along.
He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy? Shush, stop, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so nasty. Phoenix? Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? What I'm going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Mr. Edwards is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There was a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate? I would really hate to see the gut prosecutor get scolded for not remembering the loose links of the item when he had the chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden?
Alright, I think this time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
What is this piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be locked at, or should I let it go?
I have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
Objection!
Your Honor, the defense has no intentions of letting this go so easily.
You are beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. Huh? In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing.
Hey, isn't that what I just said?
So you're telling me that I forgot something? You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth, but there is something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. It's gotta be the thing he didn't have his hands on, which was the suicide note.
Take that!
Oh, that's the only thing.
There's Mr. Impractice's suicide note, right?
Who knows? I mean, sure, this suicide note was found inside this bear, but this bear was in my possession until a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note is yet to be analyzed. Oh, so, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impact or not, has yet to be even remotely confirmed.
Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting...
Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Engard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you? Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There was no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony considering this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Miss Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt and Guard. I didn't know such thing. Right, if you're going to pronounce the suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. Ugh.
That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note?
And as the defense has stated, the handwriting is yet to be analyzed.
If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where our verdict is impossible.
That's impossible!
This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will be physically able to make it another day.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and defense further investigate.
Handwriting analysis is my butt. That's just a lawyer trying to buy more time. Engard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty, 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 guilty. Okay. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Oh! What does that sound?
It's Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe? What is with him and what's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say because besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them are already gone.
This is terrible.
I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't have any more.
Oh my god. Do you hear that? They're calling for his head.
Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh!
What is it?
Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth.
I can't do that.
Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after...
Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch!
Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you gotta buy us some more time. Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying?
Mr. Wright, this is a court of law.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but...
I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow.
This time I really can't do anything.
Court is now adjourned for the day.
God dang it.
Oh!
I knew that would happen.
Please wait, Your Honor.
Edgeworth?
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I have requested another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose?
We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time.
But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes?
I believe we can, Your Honor.
But wouldn't it be better if we adjourned for today and then reconvene tomorrow?
30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I am asking for. Please, Your Honor.
Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess, but we advise that I will not allow another recess today.
I'm not sure this is helping or hurting us.
The court will now take its final recess of the day.
Holy crap. See, this part has been going on for quite a long time.
Right, well, what's going on now in that situation?
The killer, looks like he got away again. 30 minutes, we can't find her in that time.
Report! Ah! Is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right. Looks like you just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident and just rushed to get away. A few things?
Can we use any of them as evidence?
Ho, I thought you'd ask, pal. I've got the things he left with me right now and I'm on my way over.
Really?
That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys were looking, I swiped the stuff and ran. What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to... I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now.
Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this.
With my hunt for junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission, and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light.
Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be a decisive evidence to end this. Whoa! What the heck?
Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me.
You kidding me?
No one can stop.
Oh my god, please tell me Gumshoe just didn't die. What happened?
It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well.
What was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help.
We have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken, and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them.
No, we can't let that happen.
Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we can stand a chance.
Why, oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment?
I don't know.
Sure. That's right, there is a way.
What? How?
I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Through this. No, because he gave us that. It's gotta be a person.
Von Karma! Why are you bringing up Francisco at a time like...
Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have.
Franziska, will she even want to help us?
And Edgeworth. What is it?
I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death.
Right? It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decked.
The verdict?
Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here?
Yes, bailiff?
There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent.
They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do.
Oh my god! Oh man! I hate those to be continues. Oh, that's over an hour long of a part today. Alright, let's get a quick sneak peek of tomorrow. Or maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure. Oh jeez, we're back in the courtroom.
Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready.
We will be ready. Alright, so let me just make sure that's saved. Good God. Good. So I guess is the actual final part tomorrow? Or next time we come? I really want to do this tomorrow. I'm gonna shoot for tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah. I guess we'll have to find out. So next session of Phoenix Wright will hopefully beat the game. I am super excited to finally solve this crime and beat the second game in the Phoenix Wright series. Stay tuned, everybody, for hopefully the final part in this Let's Play. Objection!